Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's the Janibek Alinkanuli. That strong amateur background has made him a tough out for any and every fighter he faces.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now it's time for the official.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
So they stare into each other's eyes. One final. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. The perfect counter lands. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. They exchange punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Relax now. I'll come on the end of your jab.
And there's the bell to start round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
David Benavidez might be ready to go. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the drive.
On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. He misses with that straight left. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. Insane action. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. Punch, counter punch. Oh, and this is really going to rub him the wrong way. A perfect counter shot. That hook doesn't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Missing with the hook. Nice counter. Misses with the straight left. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. And you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Look back in the history book. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables. On to the 5th we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
How about that time counter shot? Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. They blocked the left there. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That left hook missed. He scores with the counter. That left hook doesn't find its target. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're better than this. Good work, that's it.
On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Beautiful counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nobody home with that hook. These two fighters are made for one another. Through the straight left, but it won't score. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about champion.
Here comes round 7. They really seem to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep...
Oh my God, Johnny! And this fight is over. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one. So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is... Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two. It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4. It's the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surround. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. Missing with the hook. Nobody home with that hook. There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot worked.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
Okay, I'm happy I like that round. Good work. You're thinking. Just stay for
Your mind,
Here we go. It's round 2. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Just missed with that hook. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to double a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Catch and shoot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Stamina is off the charts. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
get focused and get the number back.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Yeah, so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That's another scoring shot. That counter punch caught him clean. A swing and a miss with the right hook. They exchange punches. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch right up the middle. David Benavidez might be ready to go. How is this fight still continuing?
Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no... On to the 5th we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight? Hold that thought, and it's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it. Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.